All right, so good morning, page 7. Good morning to everyone. So, here again. Uh, we're going to discuss another topic. But before we proceed to our topic, let's have a review first of our past lesson. All right, so let's start with pie chart. So, pie chart, a graph used to show how all parts of something are related to the whole. So, meaning, sa pie chart, nirepresent natin ang data. We are using a pie chart to represent data as part of a whole. Alright, example, we have here a pie graph. Okay, example na lang na perfect na circle lang. So, ginagamit natin ang pie chart para ipakita yung mga bawat isang data kung gaano siya kalaki sa isang set of data. Example, set of data of favorite animals of your grade 7 students. Ayan. So, dito si dog, si cat, at ano ba? Si, si dog, si cat, si or si bunny. So, makita natin, using pie chart, nakita natin na mas malaki agad yung part ng dog. So, mas malaki or half yung may gusto ng dog kaysa sa cat and sa bunny. Ayan. So, we are using the pie chart to represent data as part of a whole or related to the whole. Alright. So, next is bar graph. So, type of graph which uses rectangles or bars. So, sa bar graph, makita natin dito na dito natin makikita yung mga may rectangle lang. This is type of a bar graph. So, yung bar graph naman, we are using bar graph to represent data, particularly nominal or categorical. So, ang pinapakita lang ni bar graph is yung mga nominal or categorical data. Example, favorite movies, type of pets, yung mga ganon. Yun lang yung nire-represent ng bar graph. It's used to compare those set of data. So, example, let's si dog, si cat, and si bunny. So, makita natin na mas maraming may gusto kay bunny ngayon. Si dog is mas maliit and si cat is mas maliit naman. So, compare natin na mas madami, mas makikita natin yung comparison, may compare natin yung bawat data. And last is the line graph. So, it is used to represent the changes in the data over a period of time. So, sinapit natin line graph, kanina na bar graph, rectangle, ngayon naman is line. Example, meron tayong mga set of data dito. Example, yung pagtakbo. Okay? Sa isang 100-meter dash, every day tumatakbo. And then, every day, mas mabilis kang tapusin yung 100-meter dash. So, yan. Nakita natin dito yung changes ng data over a period of time. Temperature, pwede. Natin, sa Monday, 47 degrees, Tuesday, 43, Wednesday, 44. So, that's a line graph. Ina-represent niya dito yung pagbabago ng data sa loob ng bawat uh, time, sa loob ng time. So, dito natin makikita yung time and dito yung frequency ng ating data. Same sa ating bar graph, dito makikita yung mga categorical data sa baba and yung frequency dito sa may side. Alright, so this is our learning objectives for today. Define the different types of graph for group data. So, yung binanggit ko kaninang tatlo, that is for ungrouped data. The pie chart, the bar graph, and the line graph. So, ngayon naman, pag-uusapan natin yung mga graph for group data. Identify the steps consisting histogram and OGIF. And use appropriate graphs to represent organized group data. So, mag-purpose na tayo guys to group data. Alright, first is the histogram. So, histogram is a bar graph that shows the frequency of data that occur within a certain interval. Okay, dito na papasok yung mga interval. So, going back sa ating past lesson, sa frequency table, ang bawat groups ng data natin is may interval. Ng histogram, the bars always vertical. Vertical lahat ng dito sa ating histogram. The width of each bar is based upon the size of the interval it represents, and there are no gaps between adjacent bars. Sa histogram, guys, tandaan nyo na there are no gaps. Sa bar graph kasi, actually, histogram is a bar graph. Pero ang pinagkaiba lang, sa histogram, there are no gaps between the bars. So, example, sa ating bar graph, ganyan kasi yung bar graph natin. Meron siyang space between. So, pagdating naman sa ating histogram, wala siyang space, kundi, ayan na yung next na rectangle natin. Ayan. So, yan na yung ating next na rectangle. Wala siyang mga gaps between the bars. Alright, this is an example of histogram. So, yung sinasabi ko, wala siyang gap between sa ating mga bars. Kung sa histogram, ito si rectangle number 1, set number 2, 3, 4, and so on. Sa ating histogram, wala siyang gap between the different bars. So, same lang din siya. You know, it's an example of a histogram. It's like a bar graph, but unlike the bar graph, histogram do not have any spaces between the rectangles because it covered all the data for group data. Kasi nga group yung data natin, class, 0 to 10 kasali sa ating data. At dito nagtapos si 10, so meaning, tutuloy si 11. So, dito na agad si 11 to 20. So, after ni 20, meron tayong 21. So, dito na din si 21 to 30. So, ayan. So, katulad ng ating bar graph, same lang din sila ng process kung paano siya i-abstract. Ang pinagkaiba lang, kung dito is yung mga categorical data, dito natin sa histogram, dito natin lalagay yung mga groups natin. For example, 0 to 10. Ating first na group 0 to 10, dito natin lalagay 11 to 20, 21 to 30. Itatapat lang natin kung ilan yung frequency niya. So, example dito, sa 0 to 10, wala. RE1, 1 lang yung frequency niya. 11 to 20 is 4, 21 to 30 is 8, and so on and so forth. So, yun. Alam nyo na yun. Kung nagugulan pa rin kayo, balikan nyo yung ating lesson sa ating bar graph. Same lang sila kung paano gawin. Ang pinagkaiba lang, dito is yung mga groups of data. So, 11, 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30. So, ganun lang. Okay, that is histogram. So, tandaan, sa histogram, walang gaps between the rectangles. Same sa process, gawa ng rectangle. Gawa ng vertical axis and horizontal axis. Ilagay dito yung mga sets of data. Yung 0 to 10, yung groups ng data natin. Dito side is the frequency. Okay, kayo ulit magde-decide kung ilang frequency yung gagawin nyo, kung range ng mga frequency. 2, 4, 6, 8, and dito even numbers. Kayong bahala kung ano ilalagay nyo. Basta mako-cover nyo yung pinakamalit na data natin hanggang sa pinakamataas. Alright. So, ngayon naman, let's proceed to another example. So, this is an example of a histogram. So, first one we have is, which age group has the most number of people? So, using the histogram, answer natin to. Which age group is the most number of people? So, mas madami daw. So, pinakamadali. Saan yung pinakamataas din? So, that is 21 to 30. So, ang answer natin is 21 to 30. So, letter B. Which age group has the least number of people? Ayan naman. Punta naman tayo sa kung saan yung mas maliit. So, dahil yung rectangle yung mas maliit, that is the answer for number 2. Ano? Ngayon naman, how many people are in the group of 11 to 20? So, makina rin dyan. 11 to 20 is 25. Ayan. So, C, how many people are in the age group of 11 to 20? So, yun na nasagot natin, C, 25. Letter D, and C, 25 ba yan? Katapat siya kay 20. Okay, letter D, how many people are there in a age group of 0 to 20? So, ayan, 0 to 20 na guys. So, from 0 hanggang, sorry, 0 hanggang kay 20. So, pagsasamahan lang natin yan. So, 11 to 10 is 15 and 11 to 20 is 25. So, meron tayong 40. Lastly, how many people are older than 30? So, ito si 30, dito na hanggadan ni 30. Ang dito na is rest na is mas malaki kay 30. So, ang number ng people na mas malaki kay 30 ay 25 din. Ayan. So, that is histogram. Kung makita nyo dito, number of people. So, that is the frequency. Dito yung age o yung mga groups ng mga data natin. Ayan. So, let's proceed naman to Ogive. Ogive. Ayan. Si Ogive. Ogive Valcacid. Hindi, joke lang. Ogive. Ogive is also called the cumulative frequency graph or cumulative frequency curve. So, it's a graph plotted from a cumulative frequency table. So, ano nga ba yung cumulative frequency table natin? So, I will discuss it later on. So, the following examples show how to draw a cumulative frequency curve for data. So, I will show you examples how to draw. So, pag sinabi natin Ogive based, it is like line graph. So, line graph, gamit natin is line. So, dito naman, ang pinagkaiba sa line graph, meron gagamit tayo sa Ogive ng cumulative frequency kasi nga, per group yung ating data. So, para mas malaman natin, let's have this example. So, draw cumulative frequency graph for the frequency table below. So, cumulative frequency graph is also called Ogive. So, tayong length by millimeters. Sorry. So, we have 11 to 15, we have 2, 20 is 4, 21 to 8, and so on and so forth. So, gawa natin siya ng cumulative frequency. So, una, gagawa tayo ng table. So, ang meron sa table natin is the data, the frequency, upper class boundary, and cumulative frequency. So, first, let's learn how to get the upper class boundary. So, makita nyo, 10.5, 0.5, 20.5, 25 lahat sila is 0.5. So, upper class boundary, pag sinabi natin upper class, yan, it is, ang related dito is yung upper class natin. This is the upper class. Yung mga mataas sa ating sa per group is mataas na range ng data natin. So, ito yung mga upper class natin. So, upper class boundary, meaning, kung saan hangganan ng ating upper class. Meron tayong 10.5, mag-add lang tayo ng 0.5 each sa ating mga data. Yan, para mas makita nyo, upper class boundary, C10. So, sa 10, mag-add lang tayo ng 0.55. Mag-add tayo ng 0.5. Kaya maging 10.5. So, sa 15, mag-add tayo ng 0.5. Kaya magiging 15.5. Same ulit kay 20. Sorry, 20. Mag-add lang tayo ng 5 and that is 20.5. So, ayan, 25 kaya maging 25.5. So on and so forth yan. Si 30 and the 30 maging 30.5. 35 plus 0.5 is 35.5. So, mag-add lang tayo ng 0.5. So, sa Ogive, hindi natin gagamitin si group of data. Gagamitin natin si upper class boundary. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. Ilalagay sa ating horizontal axis or so x-axis. Alright. So, ayan, mag-add lang tayo ng 0.5 dyan sa ating upper class. So, let's proceed to cumulative frequency. Ayan. Paano ba natin um, makukuha sa cumulative frequency? Pag ginagawa cumulative frequency, it is the combination of the first and the frequency. No? Example, paano ko rin? So, una, 0. Ang cumulative frequency niya is 0. Kasi 0 is 0 plus 0 is 0. Sabi ko nga i-add natin. So, kung natin gagawin, pag nakuha na natin si 0, ang first na data natin 0, ayan, at i-add natin si 0, i-add natin kay 2. Add the frequency. So, 0 and 2 or si 0 and 2. Kaya magiging answer natin is 2. So, next naman, say 2 from 2, i-add natin kay 4. So, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Ayan. Ganun lang yung gagawin. From 2 to 4, ayan, makukuha natin si 6. So, ganun lang kumuha ng cumulative frequency. Kaya, cumulative frequency. Idadagdag natin yung sum ng pass na frequency. So, from 6, add natin kay 8, ay magiging 14. And si 14, add natin kay next na frequency is si 14. Kaya magiging 28. So, same lang yan. 28 plus 6 is 34. So, 34 plus 2 plus 4, sorry. 34 plus 4 is 38. And 38 plus 2 is 4. Ayan. Para malaman nyo kung tama, si 40, i-add nyo lahat to. So, 4 plus 2 is 6. So, add natin pataas. So, 4 plus 2 is 6. Plus 6 is 12. Tama? So, add lang natin yan pataas para makuha natin si 40. So, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So, plus 6, meron tayong 12. Plus 14, meron tayong 26. Plus 8, pataas yan ah. So, 34 plus 4, 38. And plus 2, we have 40. So, tama. From 2 pataas, meron tayong 40. So, tama yung ating cumulative frequency. So, ba't natin kinukuha si upper class boundary and si upper class boundary? Ay, ba't natin kinukuha si upper class and si cumulative frequency? Kasi itong dalawang ito, gagamitin natin to to plot our line graph or our OGIF. So, ang OGIF is a line graph, pero pinag-aiba lang, gagamit tayo ng upper class boundary and cumulative frequency to plot it. Kasi group yung ating data. Ayan. So, let's plot using the table. So, using the table, ito na yung ating OGIF. Okay? It's either curve or line. It depends kung ano yung gagawin. Ayan. So, kayo let's mag-decide kung ano yung ilalagay nyo sa frequency natin. So, makover yung pinakamababang cumulative frequency which is 0 and then C40. Ayan. Mag-base na tayo dito sa ating cumulative frequency. Oh, so, from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. Ayan, hanggang makuha natin si 40. Ito yung frequency natin. Para sa frequency natin. Sa ating horizontal axis naman, kukunin natin si upper class boundary. Sorry. Kukunin natin si upper class boundary. So, makita nyo sa baba, we have here 10.5. Nagsulat na tayong 10.5 and 10.5. and 15.5. Laki na. Hirap pag walang mouse. I-check ko na lang. 15.5 and then 15.5. Okay, first one. We have here the 10.5. So, makita nyo, 10.5 is 0. Ang cumulative frequency niya is 0. 10.5, 0. Kaya ang ating value is 0. Ayan. So, 15.5, ang value niya is 2. Okay? So, ang value nito is nakatapat sa 1, 2, ayan si 2. So, itatapat lang natin. Ayan, guys. So, ayan. Si 20 naman is 6. Kaya mas mataas kay 6. 25.5 is 14. So, andito siya. So, mas mababa kay 15. Ayan. Si si 30.5 at saka si 28. 28. So, meron, ayun siya. 30.5 is 28. Hanggang sa matapos si 45.5 na 4. Ayan. So, ganun lang gumawa ng ating um, OGIF or the cumulative frequency table. So, ang po natin ulit sa upper class, I guess magdagdag lang tayo ng 10.5 sa mga upper class natin, 20, 20.5, and sa cumulative frequency, add lang natin yung una. So, from 0, 0 plus 2 is 2, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 8 is 14, 14 plus 14 is 28, 28 plus 6 is 34, 34 plus 4 is 38, 38 plus 2 is equal to 40. So, yun yung ating tinatawag na cumulative frequency. So, let's try to construct a table for this series of data. Number 1, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 21 to 40, 21 to 50, 21 to 60, 61 to 70, and 71 to 80. So, 1 to 10, ayan. Ang upper class boundary natin, or UP boundary, is 10.5. So, add lang natin ng 0.5 sa 10, 10.5, 20, 20.5, 30, 30.5, 40 plus 0.5 is 40.5, 50 plus 0.5 is 50.5, 60 plus 0.5 is 60.5, 70.5, and 80.5. So, ganun lang kadali. So, UP, our upper class boundary. C stands for cumulative frequency. So, from 3, ayan, start with 3. 3 plus 8 is 11. Okay, 11 plus 12 is 23. 23 plus 14 is 37. 37 plus 10 is 47. 47 plus 6 is 53. 53 plus 5 is 58. And 58 plus 2 is 60. So, ayun. So, that's how you construct an OGIF or cumulative frequency table. And to draw a OGIF or graph, lalagay natin si boundary sa ating horizontal axis and si cumulative frequency sa ating y-axis or the vertical axis. So, okay, that's all for today. I hope that you learned something. And to clarify all your questions, pwede kayo magtanong sa GC. And then, pwede nyo ulit balikan to ating video. So, thank you grade 7 for listening. Thank you for watching. And I hope that you learned something. So, thank you and goodbye.